Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to share with you another fantastic attacking game played by German chess master Adolf Anderssen. His opponent is his compatriot chess master Berthold Suhle, and the game was played in 1859 in Breslau. This was a casual game, and Anderssen, who was playing with white pieces, opened up with e4. Suhle responded with e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop c4. We have the Italian game bishop c5 and b4. Anderssen goes for Evans' Gambit, an aggressive opening where white is sacrificing a pawn in order to speed up his development, gain control over the center, and start an immediate attack. Here we have c3 and a strange move by Suhle, bishop c5. Well, according to the modern theory, the best retreating squares for the dark squared bishop are the a5 square and the e7 square. But in our game we have bishop c5, which allows white to establish this classical pawn center with a tempo, though after bishop c5, Anderssen first castled kingside and only after d6 went for d4. E takes d4, c takes d4, bishop b6 and d5. Well, proceeding with the development is better, and also in this case white is keeping the light squared bishop's diagonal open, but in our game we have d5. Knight a5, bishop b2, white is counter-attacking the pawn on g7, knight f6, and only now we have bishop d3, bishop g4, knight c3, c6, and knight e2. A provocative move by Adolf Anderssen, with which he's inviting black to capture on f3, thus damaging his pawn structure on the king side. But in case of bishop takes f3, he was planning to put his king on h1, the rook on g1, and put pressure on this g7 square. But in our game, after knight e2, black castled kingside, queen d2, rook c8, and only after queen g5, black went for bishop takes f3, g takes f3, c takes d5, and king h1. Anderssen is not even paying attention what's going on in the center. He wants to put his rook on g1 square as soon as possible. So far so good, with tiny inaccuracies black was holding, but in here Berthold Suhle made a terrible mistake and played knight c4, which is losing. Instead it was better to go for this prophylactic knight h8 move. Over the exchange of queens, and with this move black is also covering the g7 square. At some point, if needed, black can even go for g6. But in our game, after king h1, we have knight c4, and after rook g1, black is losing. In here, a move which could prolong black's resistance is g6, but after bishop takes f6, black's position is totally lost. In our game, after rook g1, we have knight e8, which steps into a checkmate in 5. As we have reached the critical position, please pause the video and try to find the mating line for white. Ready? Well, look, on the surface it looks like that black is doing okay. Like in the previous line, black protected the g7 square and offered the exchange of queens, but in this case already white's rook is in g1, and that fact is playing an essential role in this game. In here, German chess masters legendary Adolf Anderssen played queen takes g7 check. Well, I think that you managed to find the queen sacrifice, but did you manage to find up to the checkmate? That's a question, the answer to which I would like to see in the comment section. But I think that many of you want to hear the munching sound. Let's go for queen takes g7 and munch it, guys. Queen takes g7 is on the board, and all black could do was to recapture with the knight. Here we have rook takes g7 check, king h8, and another fantastic move. Now look, in here you have to be careful. If you move back your rook, then your bishop is hanging, or black can even successfully cover the long diagonal by going for f6. That's why after king h8 we have a spectacular rook sacrifice. Rook g8 is on the board with a double check, which is forcing black to capture on g8 with the king, after which the second rook is joining the attack. And after this hopeless queen g5 move, we have rook takes g5 checkmate. A brilliant Pillsbury's mate is on the board by Adolf Anderssen, though I just can't understand why is this called Pillsbury's mate if Adolf Anderssen was using this mating pattern long time ago. In the end, as usual, let's solve a chess puzzle. This time it's black to move, and the task is to find the mating line for black. I will wait for your answer in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Here are more suggestions for you. Feel free to check them out as well. I will see you in my next video. Take care.